Very good morning. This is Muthu Meenal, Assistant Professor at the Department of Agricultural Engineering. Today, we are going to see something about farm machinery and what are the precision farming concepts that comes under the unit Advanced Machinery Equipment in Agricultural Engineering under the subject Automation Techniques in Agricultural Engineering for the second year 4th semester students. So before going into the session, I'd like to certainly clear what is precision farming. Does anyone know? Yes, precision farming is nothing but automizing the already conventionally available agricultural procedures and operations, making it easier for the farmers to cultivate and produce a very good yield. So, this is how the farm machinery plays a major role in precision farming. So, that is why, as a first topic, I'd like to give a clear definition on farm machinery. So it is a mechanical device which includes tractors and also the implements that are used in farming in order to save the manual labor. We do know that during the 19th century there were a limitation in the availability of laborers who are ready to work in agricultural field. For that scenario, in order to meet out the agricultural production, we were involved in the development and utilization of mechanical devices for improving the yield that was available. A very great variety of devices with a wide range of complexity from simple handheld implements are used since the prehistoric times and also to the complex harvesters of modern mechanized agriculture. It is a broad area where everything is covered, that is initially from the handheld implements to today's complex harvesters. And this is the slide where I'm going to particularly say what are the operations involved in agricultural protections. So in order to achieve certain operations and to do certain processes for the development of a crop and to produce a very good crop yield with a good quality, these are several operations that has to be in mind for us to do under the agricultural field. The first one is crop production. Under the crop production, I have to be very careful in handling of residues. Does anyone know what is a residue? It is a thing where the after the crop has been cultivated or harvested, there are certain waste that would be dumped under the field, and those are said to be as residues. We have to be in a very keen manner, we have to be capable of handling these kinds of residues, because these kinds of residues are capable of producing very bad effect to the surrounding environment. For instance, at most of the agricultural field, whenever there is a residue left out after cultivating or harvesting the crop, we usually have a practice of burning them off. Due to burning them off these kinds of residues, there is a certain accumulation of carbon dioxide at the surrounding environment that leads to global warming, which comes under the greenhouse effect. And the next operation is tillage. Tillage is nothing but tilling the agricultural field, which has two kinds of types. That is, the first one is primary tillage and the second one is secondary tillage. This is where a basic step where we involve before sowing the plant or a seed in the agricultural field, after clearing out the residues that are already available from the cultivation of a crop. And the next third step that is going to be involved in this agricultural production will be the fertilizer distribution. So these kinds of fertilizers are used in order to enrich the soil nature. So here I'd like to quote an example that if I'm going to be responsible for cultivating say a certain crop, and after that crop has been harvested, the soil that has been left out will be of very deficit in nutrients. So in order to meet out those kinds of nutrient inefficiency, we have to take up step in enriching the soil's nature by fertilizer distribution. So we do have certain kinds of organic fertilizers where we involve the cultivation with the help of organic residues that are already available. For example, these kinds of residues where we have been harvesting, which get settled down at the field, could be utilized by converting them into a organic fertilizer, and this residue is also capable of enriching the field, and also the crop yield will be in a very good manner. So this is how we can also handle the residues that are going to be available without causing any kind of environmental effects. So as of today, we have seen three operations that are involved in agricultural production. So these kinds of agricultural operations are necessary for providing us a very good crop yield with a very good quality. So it is not important for us to provide a crop with very good yield. It is also important for us to maintain the nutrient available at the crop for the consumers with good quality, so that it will be efficient for the consumer and also for the farmers. This is the main aim of an agricultural engineer, where we have to empathize ourselves to provide a very good quality outcome from the process or the operation that could be incorporated at the field, without without including the effects of manual labors and trying to automate the agricultural operations. This is what I have prepared for today's class. See you at the next class. Thank you.